Hi everyone, this is Noah Navigate. I'm Rukayat Kolawale, and this is my channel talking about everything how to navigate the life in Europe as a Black person, as a Black woman. So yeah, let's get to it. So today I'm going to start. I'll talk about myself, so my journey, experiences, opportunities, challenges, heartaches, everything and everything in between. So let's get started. So I'll talk about first of all, like coming down to Germany. I came down to Germany in 2017. It was a week to when I was about to have my daughter. So I had my big belly. I was coming from London, St. Pancras, down to Paris, and then from Paris to Mannheim, right? So it was from Gardeless down to Mannheim because there's a straight train, basically. So yeah, I couldn't fly, obviously, because I was super, super heavy. So first things first is to get health insurance sorted when you're about to have a baby in a foreign land. So I didn't have all this planned. I was thinking when I get here, I would just go to an insurance company and let them know I was coming from the UK. And this was before the Brexit thing ended. So I took all my documents to say, okay, I'm British. I've been paying into the NHS, blah, 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 but it's totally different here. There's a totally different form that one has to fill from the UK. Luckily, I filled out that form. I think it's called S2, but then I couldn't get onto the insurance on time, basically, in order to have the insurance covered to cover my the birth of my daughter. So we're looking for a hospital, and it was just like none in Mannheim, right? And luckily, my husband's friend's wife is a doctor, and she kind of spoke about she's a gynecologist, but she works within so gynecologists and obstetricians. So where she worked in, she told me about the doctor that is a partner, basically. And yeah, that was I was able to like get an appointment to have my daughter basically in the hospital. So it was a private hospital. Amazing, amazing experience. But then again, it comes down to thinking that Black people have a high pain threshold. No, 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 no. So when I was in pain, because I had to have cesarean section, so I had to have cesarean section, and it was so painful. Like the cut was painful, and anytime I'm in pain, they're like, no, just hang in there a little bit. So that's I'm like, no, I'm really, really in pain. So number one, when you've got to see your doctor in pain, please be assertive because most often times they might have not have treated a Black person, or they just from this thinking that we have a high pain threshold. No, 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 no. So I spent some days in the hospital. So I'm just going to talk about the childbirth and then afterwards. And on the day that I was going to be discharged with my baby to go back home, the doctor just yanked open the wound sides, right? And he said, no, it's fine. I don't need to have anything over it again. I'm like, huh? I said, okay. And then when I got home, I was in so much pain. The wound sites was oozing. I had to like call the doctor, and I had to go back all the way to Heidelberg. So I had to be going in every day to have the wound treated. So when they finally transferred me to Mannheim Clinicum, so the clinic in Mannheim, and they were like, oh my God, they just needed to close it. So again, discrepancy when it comes to care. Even though I had an amazing time, one of the things was pain management was not very good as a Black woman, and just not appreciating the fact that the wound is not ready to be open, and just yanking out the gauze, the bandage on it. So I was eventually transferred to Mannheim Hospital, and they had to rework the wound again for it to close because it wasn't closing. Oh God, my poor husband was having to dress the wound every day. Like it was kind of like a chore, basically. So those are the things to watch out for. Like if you're gonna have a kid, please get your insurance sorted first, and also just to understand the landscape of the medical situation here. Not a lot of Black people are doctors over here, especially down south here. And also when it comes to pain, please speak up, because they are not used to treating lots of Black people. And oftentimes they think that we have a high pain threshold. And also when it comes to aftercare, you have to really be assertive as well, like expressing your need, what you really need. I remember the aftercare midwife came just once. Like, oh, you're fine, everything is good. If you need help, then let me know. And I'm like, oh dear, I'm alone in this country. I don't have any family here. I've only just moved from London a week before giving birth, and this is all I get. And I started comparing the healthcare system of here to the UK, but obviously I had my prenatal, meaning before birth services over in the UK, which was super, super amazing. But I couldn't compare it to here because I wasn't in Germany then to kind of understand the comparison. But aftercare, no, I did not like it one bit. So just yeah, so just that part of the story was just like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And I was looking after this poor little thing, this poor little thing that she's 6 years old now, an amazing daughter. But yes, first things first, please get your insurance sorted. Even if you're not going to have a kid, once you get here, get your insurance sorted, like get your doctor. So your house, so you have what we call the house doctor. We have what we call the female doctor, so frown doctor for gynecology and whatnot. Get all those sorted. So it was afterwards that I started getting this sorted as well, so that I could have kind of like a continual care process in place. So it's very, very different to when I was in the UK. And it's I would say it's complicated, but you have different doctors. So in the UK, you have just one GP, and the GP refers you when you need a doctor. But here you have to register with the house doctor. So this is like the general practitioner. Okay, that is equivalent to that. And then if you're a lady, you have the frown doctor, you have this other doctor, and so many different things. So super, super important when it comes to understanding this and just letting people know that this is your pain, this is how you're feeling, and just getting the insurance in place. So in my subsequent video, I'm going to talk about like trying to find the kita. So this is where the kid goes to. So it's like a nursery. And I was actually quick to understand that a lot of women in Germany actually stay at home to look after their kids. I remember when my daughter was 4 months old, I was like, oh my God, no, I need to get back to work. I need to get back to work. My neighbor was like, who's going to look after Zara? I was like, she'll go to nursery. And then it was more like, oh, this crazy girl. And also was that period that I also lost my dad after she was 4 months. And I was really in a dark, sad place. And I also realized that there were not a lot of children books that were brown baby books, basically. So I really thought about this, and I started to write a book based on my daughter's activities every day. So I'm going to talk about this in the next video, but just wanted to give you like an introduction of how I came to Germany, basically, and just the childbirth, the hospital, the insurance, what you need to do. Please leave me a comment, a message if you have any questions, or if you want to know the different type of insurances here. I'll be happy to kind of help. So it's all about helping Black people here to navigate their life in Europe. Thank you.